I want to do a combo video for the deck profile I showcased last week. It is Dogmatika Ritual, and it got me 32nd place at Broken Arrow Regional in Oklahoma. I'll be showcasing the best case combo with these two cards, or any way to these cards, whether it be Sign and Mining for Ibli or Nadir Servant for Ecclesia. So, starting off with these two cards, you want to keep your Ecclesia in hand and normal summon your Ibli. Link off your Ibli immediately into your Gardna, or into your Amaraj, and then you'll link your Amaraj into your Gardna. And then now you're done with your extract for the turn, so now you can summon your Ecclesia in defense. Then activate your Ecclesia to search your Dogmatika Matrix, which you will activate. This is one of the new cards of Photon Hypernova. It lets you, oh yeah, you have to give them Ibli. It lets you search for a Dogmatika Ritual monster or spell card. And then if your opponent controls a card, or a monster, now they do because they have Ibli, you can search for any Dogmatika card. So you'll search for Maximus. So you'll add Maximus and Albazoa. You'll then summon your Maximus by banishing your Amaraj. Keeping Zoa hand, you'll use Maximus to dump two cards. You'll dump a Herald of the Arclight, and you'll dump Albion the Branded Dragon. You'll then use Herald to search the other piece of the combo, the Dogmatic Calamity. So you can either search Calamity off of Matrix or Zoa off Matrix, and then whichever one you need off of Herald. So then you'll activate your Matrix to Ritual Summon your Albazoa by dumping a new card, release in Syak, which is Despian Luluwaith, by dumping a level 12 from the extract to the grave to Ritual Summon it. Now you have two options. You can use your Matrix effect since you control the Albazoa. You can look at either player's extract and rip one more. So it gives you the opportunity to send something like your Titaniclad, the Ash Dragon, to search for Fleur de Lis during the end phase, or it gives you the opportunity to rip another card from their extract. Either way, it gets you either a plus or some sort of interruption, especially if you're able to rip the out for their Ibli. And then you also have Albazoa, which, depending on how many cards you have in your extra deck, you rip two from their hand or extra deck, depending on how many you have. So at the end of the combo, you should have about 10 to 12, maybe 13. So you'll rip about 6 or 7 cards from their extra deck. So 6 plus the 2 from Maximus plus the 1 from Matrix. You can rip up to 10 during a turn if you want to do the maximum deck rip. Or if you just want the best case follow-up, you will end up sending your Titaniclad. Then you'll proceed to end phase, and you have 3 different effects to activate. You'll start with your Titaniclad, which will search you the Fleur for the hand, which will allow you to special summon during the main phase and non-target negate one face-up monster on the field if you control Dogmatika and if there's an extra deck on the field. You'll then summon out Guiding Quim using Luluwaith's effect to summon a spellcaster from deck that has the same attack and defense that's light, and Quim is one of those. You'll then use Quim effect to dump your Fallen of Abaz, and you use Albion effect to set your brand in red. Now, you will pass your turn to your opponent, and your opponent will likely try and go battle phase with their Ibli to crash into your secure Gardna, because this is the only one in attack. You will activate your brand in red, targeting your Albaz to add to hand, and then banish itself and your Gardna to summon out Mirror Jade. Now, since you put Mirror Jade in defense, they now can't crash their Ibli, and they're stuck either in battle phase or in main phase, and now you have the disruption with Mirror Jade, sending either another Titaniclad or another, extract monster that can give you a plus. So this is the best case scenario, and then you have your Fleur with your Titaniclad. All right, now I'm going to do the test hands for the combo video. I'm going to do 2 different test hands, and I'm going to roll this dice to depend if I'm going first or second. Odds is going first, and even is going second. So we'll go ahead and roll. Okay, so we're going to go first because we got a 3. So I'll finish shuffling here. So going first, obviously they don't control a monster until we give them one, so we have to see what we draw. Draw Secret Village, another Secret Village, draw Unlock Bird, Quim, and Nibiru. Yeah, I mean, every deck bricks. This isn't going to do much. You can still normal summon Quim and dump Fallen of Albaz. Activate Secret Village, and you have Droll and Nibiru. So at minimum, you have 2 hand traps and Secret Village stun with Guiding Club. Now if you go second with this hand, you'll draw into a Calamity, which doesn't do much. Alright, now we're going to shuffle. So I chose to main deck Secret Village, since I'm showing off the main deck combos. And it didn't pay off very much. In fact, it actually bit me sometimes. It turned against me sometimes whenever they blew up my board, but not my Secret Village. So it's just a very situational card. I would definitely side it if you are going to play it. Okay, and then we'll roll the die again. Okay, so this is going second. So if we're going second, I'm going to assume they have a card. So we're going to assume this is, we'll say, any monster. You draw Albazoa, Fallen of Albaz, Nibiru, Nadir, and Calamity. So off the rip, you have the 2 pieces. You can automatically summon your Albazoa with Calamity, so you want to hold this in your hand. You have the Nadir, which gets you your combo started. You have Nibiru, which if you have activated, great. If you haven't, that's fine too. And you also have Albaz. So since you are running Albaz and you're running targets in the extract, what I would do here is I would just go ahead and normal summon Albaz, discard your Nibiru, and either Super Poly away. Hopefully they have an extract monster. You can Super Poly away into your Mirror Jade. Get rid of their monster. So now, since you already activate that, you can activate Nadir Servant, dump anything. You can dump Intis to pop a back row, and then search for an Ecclesia. You'll then special on your Ecclesia and search for Matrix. So you activate Matrix, which will then search you for your level 4 ritual. The White Relic of Dogmatika. I'm not showcasing the other combos. When this is Ritual Summon, it targets 2 monsters on the field, and it makes one of them gain the other one's attack. So if you target these 2, you can gain Ecclesia. You can make Ecclesia gain 3k attack. So you'll keep this in your hand. Keep your hand over here. From here, you're going to go ahead and use Dogmatic Calamity to summon out your Albazoa by dumping your Luluwaith. You'll then go ahead and use your Dogmatika Matrix to dump another Herald from the extract to the grave, which will then search for the other Dogmatika Ritual card. This is Dogmatic Ombre. This is the 2 used together. This will banish extract from the grave to summon out your White Relic. So you'll banish your Herald to summon out White Relic. Now use White Relic effects. Since you control a lot more monsters, you can target your Mirror Jade and your Albazoa and make one of them gain 4k attack. So you can make Mirror Jade gain 4k. So this is at 7k, 4k, 15, and 500. You have the banish with this. You have the pop with Intis. And then you have, just beyond OTK here, you can also use Albazoa to make them dump cards from their extra deck. But overall, this is a fairly good hand going second. This is the power of it without using the Ibli. Now, obviously, without Mirror Jade in this question, without the Albaz, it still gives you some more options. Because if you chose to let them keep the monster on the field instead of super flying away, you'd be able to search for a Maximus here. So I'll show you this. If we keep these 2 in hand, in this case, you would have to normal summon this instead of normal summoning that. And then you could use Maximus by banishing your whatever, and it would move the combo slightly. It just depends on how you want to break the board. But that's a really good going second test hand. It just shows the power of the deck. And obviously, if you Nibiru them, they might not be left on much, but a Nibiru tokens will still let you get the extra plus on Matrix, which is all that matters. I guess I'll do a third one since I went through those pretty quick. I'll show another going first test hand, since the going first one I had was a complete break with 2 Secret Village, which did happen to me during the tournament. Love it. Alright, and going first one more time, we're going to be opening Ash, Droll, Dogmatika Matrix, another Dogmatika Matrix, and Ibli. Again, full combo. I'm not going to show how to do this combo. This is the very beginning combo at the beginning of the turn, because the only difference is you start with Ecclesia instead of Matrix, but Matrix searches Ecclesia, and Ecclesia searches Matrix. So you would do your standard combo, end on that standard board with extra follow-up with Matrix and Ash and Droll. So that's a very, very, very good going first hand. Probably one of the best you can have, even though you only opened up technically one Dogmatika card. You can still go full combo and resolve a bunch of Dogmatika cards. And since we're doing 3, I'll just do another going second hand. Might as well even it out. Again, we'll say control monster, because most decks do. Secret Village, Ecclesia, Dogmatika Macabre, Droll, and a Nadir. And one more. Wow, talk about juicy. So you'll most likely use your Droll, and they'll still most likely have a card on field. You want to keep Secret Village until the end, because this will probably be, if you can't OTK them, which this deck could probably OTK them. If you can't OTK them, that's okay. You'll probably want to start with your Nadir Servant, because most people will Ash this, and this is okay if they Ash this. You kind of want them to Ash this over Dogmatika Matrix. You'll then activate Matrix, which is still a +2. This is technically a +2, but this is still a +2. Since you already have a ritual spell, you want to be able to figure out what combo lines you can do with this. You'll still probably end up searching, let's see, going second. Yeah, you'll probably end up searching Dogmatika Calamity and White Relic of Dogmatika. Since you can search for, like I said, any ritual spell and then a Dogmatika monster, you'll search for these. So then you activate your oh no, you not search White Relic, you search Albazon, my bad. You activate this to summon your Albazon attack by dumping your level 12. And then you'll use your Matrix to send another Arclight, which will then trigger to search the other missing piece. You'll then use Macabre to summon out your, or actually you'll keep these 2 in hand. You'll go ahead and normal summon or special summon depending on what they have, a Ecclesia, and then Ecclesia now will search your Maximus, banish your Herald, use Maximus. This will allow you to send an Intis to pop another card, and it will allow you to send another Herald to get another search off. So in this case, you don't want to even send Herald because you have all 4 of your ritual cards. This list only runs 4 ritual cards. You run 1 of the level 4, 1 of the level 12, and 1 of each of the ritual spells. I think in the future, I'll definitely be adding the level 8 and some other ritual spells into it, because the deck by itself now is solid, but it's not spectacular. So for the second dump, it doesn't really matter as much. You can dump something like Titanic Lad for end phase. Now you'll go ahead and summon your White Relic by banishing Anitis, and then use White Relic to target Zoa and Ecclesia, and this will put you at, you can make your Ecclesia at 5,500 plus 4k plus 500, so 2k, 6k, 1150 damage, plus you get the Anitis to pop the token, so you're swinging for over 11k here. This is OTK with a little bit of a scuffed hand, but yeah, this shows that you don't need Ibli, you don't need the Fallen of Abaz engine, and you really don't even need a lot of the extract dumps because most of them trigger during the end phase. But overall, the deck is very, very consistent. You have like 9 1-card starters, and then if you draw the Ibli, it just makes it so much better. If you don't, it still can make a fairly good board. I will say, during the tournament, I never searched for this card once, Dogmatika Punishment. I have to have it in here. It's necessary for certain matchups, and I did not use my brain because I should have searched this against Fluunderies rather than trying to get greedy with the extract, because the extract does nothing. Removing bodies off board with this is extremely crucial against a lot of decks. Kashtira's as such, I mean, if they have Birth on field and they reborn something off Birth, you just pop their monster and then use Intis to pop Birth, and it doesn't trigger anything. Yes, it locks you out of the extract, but let's be honest, you don't use the extract. But no, those are the 4 test hands for the combo video, and with the first one showcasing at the front. I will be making an updated deck list for this after I do some testing and adding and changing certain cards, such as Secret Village as a spellcaster, and uploading that sometime in the future. So if you enjoyed the combos, the test hands, and the entire video, just like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you didn't like, tell me what you did like, tell me if there's any things that you would do different. I'm excited to upgrade this deck more and more and really see how far Dogmatika Ritual can go. Thanks for watching.